Alright, so, before anything else, I'm going to put up a big warning right here. I am going to spoil the game Killer 7 with this lore. It is impossible not to spoil it, so I may as well not even try to sound vague at the risk of confusing newcomers. So, before anything else I say, spoilers ahead. Go play Killer 7 before watching if you are at all concerned about the story of the game. And if you don't care about being spoiled and just hope to glean something, I will still tell you to go play Killer 7. It is an experience like no other, and you really do need to see all that it has to offer to truly appreciate what this game is. Now, with that warning out of the way, let's get on with our discussion of the titular assassins of Koichi Suda's magnum opus, The Killer 7.
The only ones who had any chance of stopping these smiling faces were the omniscient and almost godlike professional assassins. The key players behind the scenes of the four powers utilized their connections and called upon the group known as Killer 7. Their only hope rested with them.
On the surface, the Killer 7 are the titular group of assassins you play as in the game. The Killer 7, also known as the Smith Syndicate, has been hired on by the US government to take down a terrorist organization known as the Heaven Smile, who seek to reignite war across the world and end the 5 years of peace the world has seen thus far. The reason for hiring them is that each of the 7 members has a clairvoyant vision ability that allows them to see the Heaven Smile, who are otherwise invisible, allowing them to strike wherever and whenever they want. As key figures of Heaven Smile are taken out during the hunt for their leader, Kun Lan, progress, however, it becomes rather clear that there's more to the Smith Syndicate than what meets the eye.
May the Lord smile.
And the devil have mercy.
The Smith Syndicate is headed by a man known as Harmon Smith. Often depicted as a wheelchair-bound old man, Harmon Smith carries with him a powerful sniper rifle known as the God Killer. In truth, though, Harmon is far more than a mere man. Much like his nemesis Kun Lan, Harmon Smith is a divine entity of sorts who regularly uses avatars to carry out his will. The old man Harmon is one of these long-lived avatars, and is the avatar Harmon used to create the Killer 7 of his Smith Syndicate in-game. The leader amongst the 7 assassins is Garcian Smith, who is typically seen wearing a white suit with a yellow tie. Garcian describes himself as being just the cleaner, the one who comes in and revives the dead members if they get killed during gameplay. But this is all just a farce, as it's revealed at the end of the game that Garcian himself was the one who acted out all of the assassinations. Garcian Smith is the Killer 7. He's merely manifesting the personalities of the other members when the situation requires it. In fact, Garcian Smith isn't even a real person. He's merely the identity that Harmon created when he found a dead Emir Parkriner on top of the Hotel Union. Emir is the true identity of Garcian. Emir was trained as young as a preteen to be an assassin, and he proved highly effective due to his third eye power, which also caused him to absorb the persona of those he killed. As Emir, he carried out an assassination on a group of 6 political militants at the Hotel Union. The assassination was going as usual, but the side effect of the third eye was taking its toll as Emir absorbed the remnant psyches of each member he killed. Soon, Emir's mental state broke and he shot himself on the hotel's rooftop. This is where Harmon found and resurrected him as Garcian Smith, with the 6 militants he killed and absorbed becoming the other members of the Killer 7. But that leaves the question, who were these militants? Well, let's get started there.
Irashamase. Welcome. How many in your party, sir?
I want to talk to the owner.
May I ask what it's concerning?
Yeah, I'm here to kill Mr. Fukushima.
Certainly. We'll be delighted to serve you.
The first of the 6 other militants was a man by the name of Dan Smith, who was involved in some of Harmon and Kun Lan's conflict before the events of Killer 7, where he and Curtis Blackburn established a criminal underground in Seattle after Harmon lost a chess game to Kun Lan, thus conceding part of control over the United States to him. Later, he was set up by a member of Blackburn's own smuggling ring. This setup eventually led to Blackburn killing Dan in a basketball court, prompting Harmon to bring Dan back as a member of the Smith Syndicate, where he eventually finds himself at the Hotel Union and is killed and assimilated by Amir Parkriner along with the others. The next member is Kahede Smith. There's not much detail on Kahede, but we do know that her brother entered politics, and as a result of this she was killed, after which she was brought back by Harmon and made yet a member of the Smith Syndicate, becoming absorbed by Amir Parkriner after that. Coyote Smith is the third member of the Smith Syndicate, who was actually killed by Dan Smith before being resurrected by Harmon. Again, not much is known about his life before he was involved with Harmon. All we really know is that he's infamous for his aggressiveness. Kevin Smith is the first member in this list to not use traditional firearms. In fact, he doesn't use any kind of gun, he uses throwing knives. Kevin was known for his silence and his expertise at disguises, though that didn't stop Amir Parkriner from seeing through his costume at the Hotel Union and killing him. As for his backstory, we don't know much other than him having to kill someone he cared about rather deeply. Hans Smith is the youngest member of the Smith Syndicate, and he's also completely blind. Naturally, this blindness gives him super hearing, essentially turning him into a younger Daredevil who just wildly shoots things that are in front of him. This has led him to get cocky though, as shown by the fact that he didn't even notice when Amir was coming to kill him. Finally, we have Kahede Smith, a famous lucha libre wrestler who was taken down in his prime by someone rather furious with him. Even when resurrected into the Smith Syndicate, however, this did not prove enough to stop Amir from killing him in the Hotel Union while he was in the shower.
It must be wonderful to have such a bright secretary.
Not as bright as you, Mr. Smith.
Hand over the Yakimo.
Lady, where are your manners?
So, yeah, that was a lot. I know I probably missed a lot of details and the like in there, but Killer 7 is really confusing, and a lot of the information regarding this stuff is sparse enough that it's not entirely confirmed, so I tried piecing together what info seemed to have strong supports behind it, since this was mostly a summary explanation. If you want to look into details, check out the Killer 7 pages on the Suda51 fan wiki, or there are a few other YouTube channels out there that have gone into much deeper detail than this. I'll probably link them in the description or something. But anyway, this has been TheRatMan, and I will see you all later. Goodbye. Lastly, a special thank you shout out for my Patreon. With $5 a month pledge is cupping my nuts to protect them from the nut decoupler. Thank you for the $5.